Dallas Fire Rescue just finished rescuing several teenagers caught in a moving creek in South Oak Cliff. Fox 4's James Rose was on the scene for what was a scary situation, James.
Scary and dramatic and just incredible that all 5 teens were taken from this water. If you take a look at this creek behind me, it was absolutely raging. Just before 10, about a block from where I'm standing, up in this neighborhood, someone reported 5 teenagers outside playing near a creek, and apparently they went into the water. And so it wasn't until police and firefighters arrived on the scene that they realized these kids were actually in the water. So Dallas Fire Rescue launched a number of crews in the water up and down the banks of this what looked like a raging river, and they staged all the way down, and this is the area that they were able to rescue 3 of the kids, again young teenagers that were clinging to trees and debris and just anything that they could. So those first 3 were taken out quickly. They were all alert and conscious when they were taken to the hospital, and then the other 2, there was one on the left bank, one on the right bank. It took almost an hour, or a little more than an hour, to get both of those teens out of the water. Now, here's how Jason Evans with DFR described the ordeal.
A lot of people put a lot on the line to conduct this effort. Citizens, firefighters, police officers. It was said that the water was from knee to mid-thigh deep, and it was moving very rapidly. If you had a chance to look back there, you'll know that it's something that no one should attempt to go in at any point, whether you have any life-saving measures or not.
Now, no one really knows what these kids were doing playing around in this creek, but clearly it was a poor decision on their part. Thankfully, Dallas Fire Rescue was able to pull all 5 of them from the water, and they were swept down at least a block looking at from behind these homes. The water was quite violent out here, and I can tell you my colleague Melissa Cutler is at Children's Hospital with more on the conditions of those young teens. Melissa.
Of the 5 teenagers that were involved, we're told that 4 of them were taken here to Children's Medical Center, and over my shoulder you can see one of the ambulances that arrived just in the last 15 minutes. We saw a total of 2 ambulances pulling in. One had lights and sirens, one did not. Both clearly had young adolescent patients on board. They were reported from DFR to be in good condition, alert, conscious when they were taken in here. They were able to speak. They were able to answer questions. They were simply cold and exhausted. As James mentioned, they've been through quite an ordeal, clinging to trees, fighting that current. Surely they are extremely tired from it. We saw them awake. We saw how tired that they looked, but they did not look like they were being rushed into the emergency room. We are told from Dallas police that the 5 teenagers had been skipping school. They were younger kids, young teenagers, unsure at this time what school they were supposed to be attending. Children's Medical Center PIO says they can't confirm this event because they say they specifically need names in order to do so, and they had not had the opportunity to get such names. And as far as we know, the family, we have not seen them. However, we are sure that they are being notified at this point. They are expected to, I'm sure, arrive and try to collect their kids as soon as they are able to do so once they check out. Dan?